Hi everyone, it's Bron here, and with the new members that we've had, I thought I would do an updated video on how to maximize your membership using the eWomenNetwork website. So here I am on the home page. I've already signed in as me, and over on the right hand side here you'll see it'll have your name. If you click on that, it's going to give you your account details. So if you're looking to set up or change a credit card detail or check anything on your account, this is where you do it. Now, starting on the left-hand side, we've got the blog. Now, head office put a blog out every single week, and these are fantastic blogs that will give you loads of information, and they're coming generally, so you can see that they come out regularly. Now, you will have an opportunity to be featured as a writer. Now, there is a way to do that. There is an email that I can send you for those who are interested in writing a blog for the network. And as you can see, they scroll through, and there's just so many of them. So it's not just the digital marketing team that does it. It's anybody can have that opportunity to be published and have their blog on the website. There is a couple of criteria for that, so just let me know if that's something that you're interested in. And as you can see, there's a share button here into Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and via email. So I would suggest that for anybody wanting to get a blog, please let me know, and let's get Australia on the map when it comes to having you guys published on the website. So first things first, we're going to start with Connect drop down. We're going to start with Find a Member. Now, if you're looking to find a specific member, so when I meet you guys and you say to me, hey, I want to connect with this kind of person, you can use this search tool here. It's got all categories, so you can actually put in first name, last name, business title, and hobbies. So you can put in here a keyword. So I could put in here business coach, and let's see what comes up. So say business coach is your ideal customer, or someone who you think would be able to help you out as a business coach. And look who's there, our beautiful very own Simone Gordon, right on the home page. And there is literally going to be quite a few people. As you can see, there's quite a few pages there. Now, that could be that remembering when it comes to connection, it's not necessarily the next person or the next connection that's going to give you what you're looking for. These people may know people who know people. So it's about putting together a list and reaching out. You'll see people have varying ways to catch up. This lady here's got Facebook, LinkedIn, and via email, whereas this lady over here, she's got just LinkedIn. Now, when you reach out to people, what I would suggest is don't just leave it once. You may need to follow up again and again. Why am I saying that? Because everyone's busy. Everyone is busy, and don't think that just because you've tried once, that's the end of it. If you know a person's name, so I was just looking up this gorgeous lady here. Her name is Lisa Lieberman Wang. Why? Because she's a premier. So she's a premier pro speaker. And I've just had an email from her assistant to say, would I like Lisa to come and speak at our A&E? And this is something that, again, for those of you who are wanting to be a speaker, is, you want to be part of the Speakers Network. Now, normally on here, you can see this lady has got stacks of ways to find her, so I can go and review her. So if you are wanting to be a speaker, please make sure you fill out your profile in full, which means if you've got a sizzle reel, if you've got a YouTube channel, Pinterest, anything, Instagram, please connect it, because as a managing director, this is where I'm going to start to go and create and look for speakers. I'm going to show you the next place, but you need to make sure, if you look at this woman's, her profile, it's really full with all sorts of great information. There's plenty of more buttons. So she spent a lot of time doing that. There's photos, so you can see where she's been. She's been on TV. There's photos of her and Sandra, and then the next photo, of course, is going to be of her. That's Kim Yancey and Sandra Yancey. This is Lisa here, and I'm not sure who that man is, but I've got a feeling it's somebody. Anyway, besides all of that, I can see that she's a member of Central New Jersey who has to be Ro, who's the MD, so I know her. So I can now go and go, cool, I'm liking the look of this lady. So what this means for you guys is to please make sure you set your profile up completely. That's how to find a member. Now, chapters and events. If you're ever wondering, where on earth am I going to find, where can I find what's on? You come here. This will list all the chapters and all the events that come through for each one of those chapters. Now, don't ask me why they've put Australia, New South Wales, Australia and international. I do have 2 chapters, but I don't really. We just go with Australia at the moment. So if you come to Australia, it's going to come up with me as the MD. And then, of course, some events that are coming up, and of course, get to know this member. But this is the important stuff, is get your profiles up and working for you. Now, back again, we're going to go to connect. Here's the master event calendar. Now, this is the important one. There is going to be literally hundreds of events on here, but what I'd like you to look at is it literally is all about this: connect, network, promote, and grow. So you might go, cool, what I would suggest is you want to look at strategic business introductions. Is a great way to connect with other managing directors in other chapters and get to know their members. You will see that there is 203 accelerated networking events. Speakers Network. Now, this is the important one for those of you who are wanting to speak at any accelerated networking event. Now, an accelerated networking event is a bit more like a traditional event for those of you who have not attended. It runs for 2 hours. Normally it would be a breakfast or a luncheon, but it's at the moment they're virtual, so we have an opportunity for that. But what it means is this is where the managing directors go, because you need to be part of the Speakers Network to be able to speak, because I need to be able to look you up and like, for example, if I'm going to look up, oh, look, here we go, Diana Sabatino, because I was speaking about her this morning. Not about her, to her this morning. She's the Executive Managing Director of Orange County in California. So if I said to Diana, I'm going to click on here and see how she's got topics down here. If I click on her name, it's going to come up with her speaking topics. And this is where, as a member who wants to do speaking, this is what you want to start setting up. Now, it's a very low cost to join this. And as you can see, I can go and have a look here and go, cool, I want to have Diana come and speak to us. She's got here about the 5 steps to a successful sale. Because as a managing director, when I go to set up the event, this is where the information comes from. So the more information you put here, the better. Okay, I'll keep going on. So as I said, just re-clarifying that, Speakers Network is very important for those of you who do want to speak, because this is where the managing directors will come. And even though you've made a connection with a managing director, which I'm about to show you now, this is where you'll meet the managing directors. But you'll see pictures here of all the managing directors. If you'd like to meet some of these managing directors, please let me know, and I will make a personal introduction for you. But as you can see, so, oh look, there's me. Just imagine that. You can click on here, and like that other lady, like any of our profiles, we click through here. So as you can see, I am part of the eWomenNetwork Speakers Network. See, that's how, when you become part of the Speakers Network, that's how we know, because you get a badge. I'm also an eWomenNetwork Foundation donor. This is the charity arm of eWomenNetwork. And then as a managing director and being from Australia, I am in actual fact, I'm a platinum member as well. So you will, especially if you're looking to become a speaker, that's what you're looking for. But go and have a look at the managing directors. Go and reach out to some of them. And again, reach out again, because everybody's busy. There's the eWomen Foundation. This is the charity arm. So in the US, every year we choose a charity, or Sandra chooses a charity, and this is the one she's chosen this year. And it tells you all about the foundation and where the money that is raised goes to. Now, what else have we got here? Managing Directors of the Year. Diana Sabatino is actually going to be, she's Executive Managing Director of 2019, and I had the pleasure of seeing her win that award. I was on stage with her last year, which was fantastic. Okay, resources. The Success Institute. Now you can actually see, you can see it here. This is brand new for all members. Now Success Institute, there's a button there and there's a button here as a drop down. This is a value add resource for all of our members. Now these women and men who are on here are either platinum members or they are also managing directors. You can go on and you can provide information, and so it's really handy. So it's a bit like a blog. So let's have a look at this one. We've got at the top here, we've got Sandy Brown. Let's just see what she's got to say. And there is literally so many of these. So you'll learn these things, and here we go. There's a video of a 39-minute training video. There is just so much information in the Success Institute, and I would suggest you start working through that because it's by members, for members, and it's an absolutely fantastic resource as you're getting to know the network and who's who. Now, Premier Success Coaches. Everybody is gifted 2 tickets to a Premier Success Coach as part of your membership. They are valued at $500 US. Now, you can see here what you can do is if I go and click on this, you're not going to see the button because I've already requested a coach. But if you can read here, it says you can choose, and they all have different information. Like, it's just incredible some of the things that these men and women can do. They're just all amazing. I had the pleasure of interviewing pretty much, I think, nearly every one of them at the beginning of the year, and it was just such an honour to meet everyone and have their knowledge. Now, here's the beautiful Katie Nelson. She's our speaker at the Accelerated Networking event on the 16th of July. But go through each one of these and then come back to me and go, Bron, here's my top 5. This is what I'm looking for. This is the information, what I'm looking for, and how can I best leverage that? And then you'll be able to connect with the right person. Alrighty, we have eWomenNetwork, podcast network. Again, this is an opportunity for every single member. There is a number of podcasts on here. So you can go and have a look at all the podcasts, and you have an opportunity to be a member, to be a guest. So go through the podcasts, find the ones that are relevant to you, and perhaps reach out. They're all members. Reach out and say, hey, love your podcast, would love to be a guest. Because remembering, some of these are weekly, fortnightly, monthly. There are literally hundreds of speaking opportunities as a podcast guest right here in front of you. Not to mention the fact that it's just amazing information from every single one of these people. You actually can become a host yourself through eWomenNetwork. As a podcast, run your own podcast through eWomen. We've got the Speakers Network again, same as the Connect. Celebrity Science is a top-end product or process that eWomenNetwork, where Kim and Sandra Yancey will personally work with you to get the business. To get your business in a tip-top shape. So that's where they'll actually coach you personally, and that's where you can find the link. We have the Women's Success Summit, the 2020 conference, which has now been moved to October. They're preferred partners because Dell, there's a number of partners that are preferred partners for eWomen, and this is where you'll find the information because there's obviously privileges and some extra things you can get. Some of it, like UPS and UPS Canada, we don't get that here. But certainly you can talk to Dell. I spoke to them when I was over there myself. Sip, Tip and Talk. Now, this is a talk that Sandra does every single month. Now, she has moved this date so that she has moved the time that she does these sessions, and it's really a place, it's about getting advice straight to Sandra, from Sandra. You can actually just submit your questions. I'll tell you how to do that, or send them to me and I'll send them on. And you walk away with some information. Now, as I said, Sandra's moved the time that she runs this to a time where we in Australia and this side of the globe can attend. So there are the dates. Please put them in your diary. So for July 20, it's going to be July 21. August 17 will be August 18. I think it's 8 o'clock. It's either 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's a webinar style event, but Sandra will speak to us personally as we talk through. We then have channels and toolkit. Yours will look very slightly different to what you see for me. You will not have a managing director toolkit, and you won't have platinum, and you won't obviously have the logos. But what you will have is a member toolkit, and in here again, free training, free education straight from Kim and Sandra. And I would suggest you get in and have a little look at what's in here. Now, that is a really good tool that people are not using. So they're resources that are free waiting for you. Now, they've also put on here just some inspirational quotes, although I don't think these have been updated for a while. And no, they're not the new branding. So again, of course, there's the joining. You can speaking opportunities, platinum membership, etc. Here's about eWomen Network. Here are the values: benefits, values, vision, meet our CEO, books and or careers, events. That's just going to be the same button as before, and then Success Institute. So I trust that helps. And what you put in is what you get out when it comes to any kind of networking. And what we're looking for, of course, is the next connection. Have a great day, guys, and bye for now.